Hey everyone, my name is Chris and I have spent 10 hours playing Widowmaker, and these are my results. My absolute first game on Widowmaker after a very long break, and right from the start I feel exceptionally clunky. I was not able to hit any of the easy shots that opponents gave me with jumping, strafing in a very predictable direction, yet the nature of the character as well as the map allows you to go for some cheeky plays. This was such a nice and satisfying experience right from hour one. You know, you are not risking anything while you are playing Widowmaker, you can always back off, and when danger arises, just one tap a dude that's trying to strafe you around the corner. This is exactly how I thought, but this Cassidy was so much better than me in that regard. And even though I was trying to do something, Widowmaker is not a great option if you are not warmed up or have no idea how to play the character. She is 90% mechanics, and then you can outsmart and outplay your enemies, but that's a very small part of that character. We're going for a flank on Midtown here, getting killed to the Ana, and I understand that sometimes tab is the only thing that you can look at, but I feel like distracting opponents is as important as you would have the same value if you were to kill them, because you are giving space to your teammates, you are making sure that opponents are looking at your direction, and this is why your teammates are safe, they can take advantageous spots and get the W. And at the end of hour one, I decided to have a little toxic urge, toxic desire to swap Bastion and completely devour them alive. Hour 2, a very nice Widowmaker map, Busan. This point is notorious for those high grounds where you can absolutely devour everyone alive if you are being uncontested. Beautiful kill onto the Widowmaker, and I would say that Widowmaker 1 vs 1s are probably my favorite type of the duel in this game. It takes skill, it requires you to have insane reaction time, and oh my god, this kind of Widowmaker was just crying out loud in the chat. He was so no way, man. This is actually crazy. I'm looking at my clips and they are just beautiful. I absolutely love the nature of the character. Widowmaker is certainly the character that makes me wanna play Overwatch. Very, very interesting. And we got that clip. This was the play of the game, and that was so satisfying. It's interesting how for the first 500 hours of my Overwatch 2 experience, I felt that Widowmaker is only good on certain set of maps. There is Junkertown, Havana, and then Circuit Royale, and outside of that, it's a very mediocre character, especially after the nerfs where you can't really headshot anyone past 50 meters. Oh boy, was I absolutely wrong about this. This match proved to me that you can play Widowmaker in pretty much every single scenario on pretty much every single map except like Control of the Point, and then have insane value. If only your crosshair meets the enemy head more than you die. This was such a nice match, it's actually crazy. Not only that I was able to diff Hanzo on a day-to-day basis, the fact that Doomfist was always on me gave my team so much room to breathe. It's actually crazy. Like, people underestimate your impact when it comes to distracting, your impact when it comes to wasting opponents' time. And this is, wow, beautiful. I feel like this was the moment where I understood that I have to be super unpredictable with my positioning, and this is the key to my success. To be fair, the whole overall challenge feels extremely difficult, and in High Masters, Low Grandmaster lobbies, people are gonna give you the run for your money. You will not be able to breathe any second, and if you want to succeed on Widowmaker, you have to be an extraordinary player. This is like, wow. It's crazy how everyone knows how to counter you, and they would go specifically for you, and even though you would win the game, it will never feel good. Just like the same happens with tanks, you are going from a person that can reliably carry every single team fight with 1 or 2 picks to a person that's just running away from Diva, person just running away from Doomfist, and being completely helpless in that regard. This is life, and if your team cannot capitalize on that, that's just GG's and you go next. Nothing else to do here. This is a great representation of what I'm saying when it comes to hectic, when it comes to difficult. Like, there is so many things happening on the screen and you have to react accordingly if you want to win. And we start our Hour 5 Eichenwald game with a beautiful one-tap on Tracer. Boom, let's go, man. And then playing with Hanzo is always super nice, especially when there is a clueless Ana that's standing scoped in. Bunch of nice headshots onto enemies, although every single time I go for a headshot I die, it feels like. And this second point on attack is always so nice for the Widowmaker. You can surprise enemies with different positions and they never know from where you will strike again. Beautiful hold, although it's overtime, and as you can see we are playing Winston into Diva. Oh boy, this is a struggle to do anything in this match. Again, if you want to be useful in Widowmaker, it's all about you one-tapping 1 or 2 players in a fight. Outside of that, don't even start playing the character. It's obviously not worth it. There are better and easier choices on the market that will give you the same or better results for the amount of time you will spend mindlessly playing it. Hour 6 Midtown, and this was one of my best Widowmaker games that I've personally played. I actually uploaded this to the channel. You can find it before my 10-hour Doomfist challenge, and oh my god, I was going for 35% headshot accuracy throughout the whole match, and I was shooting non-stop, which is absolutely crazy. And by the way, this is my best Overwatch 2 clip, like, of all time. Holy moly, man, was it absolutely so satisfying. This was actually super close as well. I'm 4 HP, I'm getting cleansed, this dude punches me out, and I'm going for this nice kill onto the... Oi, man. This was actually so lucky. I was aiming for the Kiriko, but got the Tracer instead, and... wow. I feel like Widowmaker is an exceptional card in your arsenal, but should never be OTP. Like, you know, I was trying to force the character into every single team comp that they would play, but I feel like the smartest move would be to swap the character that counters whoever counters me, and then swap back when they are off. As you can see, we are playing same maps over and over again, because when you have control of the point map, the sights are so much shorter and you can't really play Widowmaker on them. This is gonna be such a disaster and a half. You're gonna be flamed by your teammates, and by the way, this was the luckiest deflag that this Genji was ever gotten in his entire life. Like, look at that thing. Holy moly, he's waiting in the corner with a blade. Boom. What? Excuse me, man? Oh, that was such a nice shot. And it feels like hour 7 is when I started understanding how to utilize my character in a proper manner. Like, I was flanking out more, I was being unpredictable, I was being accurate, and this is a correct combination to really shine in your games. Like, never mind, I'm just completely horrible. Erase everything I've said here. Abort the mission. We go next, man. This was also a very nice moment where we helped Sombra. I absolutely love the fact that Widowmaker is a very high skill floor, skill ceiling character. It means that it's extremely difficult to pick the character up, and then your possibilities are limitless. The gap between the best Widowmaker player and your average dude is just completely infinite. And this is what makes you a better player. This is what makes you person that's trying to succeed, trying to get better every single time. Every single time I play Widowmaker, I swear to god, people swap Tracer against me. I feel like they are trying to be lore accurate. I feel like they are trying to be in a cinematic or something, but it is just completely and utterly annoying. This was one of the games where I was acting like a tool rather than the carry potential. I had to distract, I had to go for something else rather than being a solo carry here. A bunch of nice shots onto an enemies that were not expecting me to be in positions like these, but in reality, games is just, oh my god, the higher you climb, the faster pace everything is, and yeah, this is absolutely not satisfying. I highly advise you to never OTP Widowmaker. I had my absolute moment of revelation at hour 10. I was like, what if I gather information instead of mindlessly going in? What if I tried to be as unpredictable as I possibly can? What if I tried to peek from the same angle after not every shot, but when I have the opportunity to do so? And oh my god, it was so satisfying to do that. It's actually crazy. So my goal was super simple, right? I'm in a 1 versus 1 Widowmaker scenario, and I'm constantly showing myself in one location and then going for another location and like shooting here, and then I'm constantly trying to trick this guy, and look at that, boom, it worked, man. And he's looking right side, he's expecting me there, but I'm always here. And the dude just swapped the character. He was just not like, he was not feeling it. He's like, nah man, I'm gonna go play Mei, I'm gonna go play Fair Mercy. This is impossible, this dude is tricking me every time. And wow, this was actually so beautiful. And I was like, I'm gonna show myself here, and then I'm gonna grapple to this location, and then perhaps if opponents will allow me to stay there, I'm gonna stay there and continue my domination. This was beautiful. We got the shot on every single character on their team, supporting my own team. This was another beautiful angle on King's Row. I'm getting so many kills from here. It's actually crazy. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully it was somewhat helpful. Let me know in the comment section who you want to see next. See you in the next one. Take care.